Hey everyone, welcome back to the 411 Mamas channel. I'm Khristine from Beauty and the Brute. Today I'm going to be going over some items that I found very helpful with my newborn. If you don't know, I had my daughter, my third baby girl, 2 months ago. I know a lot of first-time moms don't know what exactly you may need for a newborn, so I just kind of want to quickly go over some of the simple basic things that you may need. Clothes are really not necessary, like the fancy cute clothes that most parents or most moms, because I'm guilty of it too, that when I had my first daughter, I bought her tons of clothes for newborn when she was a newborn, but honestly she never really even got to wear it because she was a preemie, so they didn't fit her. And by the time that she grew past newborn stage, and she didn't even get to wear half the things that I purchased for her or that we received as gifts. So I want to say, don't dwell on the clothing, because for me, my kids lived in onesies and gowns and whatnot. So let me briefly go over the things that I think, or the things that I found helpful for myself. First and foremost, what I found very helpful was onesies. My kids lived in onesies when they were newborns because I didn't have to fuss about the cute little dresses and skirts and whatnot. So they lived in onesies, and onesies look like this. Basically, this is a onesie. It snaps on at the bottom, and they have short sleeves, they have long sleeves, so I think it's wise to have both short and long sleeves for the days or nights that it's cold. You can put them in long sleeves. And also what I found very helpful was these little side snap shirts, because it's very difficult to kind of put clothes over a crying newborn's head that's very fidgety. So I found this very helpful, especially for quick changes during the night. And then also what I found helpful was gowns. So basically this is a newborn gown or baby gown, and basically it buttons up in the front, so for easy access, as well as it's open in the bottom, so you could just open, change the baby's diaper from here. And then I love using burp cloths, and I use two kinds of burp cloths. There's this one, it's very thin, but I kind of like this one. And then there's the thicker, like cloth-like burp cloths, and I really like these, very sturdy, because if you have a happy spitter like I do, they call them happy spitter, because my daughter likes to spit up a lot. So I found this very useful. I kind of just use it here when I burp her, or under her when I'm feeding her. Well, not under me, but under her neck when I feed her. And then also I like to use bibs for my daughter. And so bibs look like this. And washcloths are always good and handy for when you need a quick when you need to wipe something up quickly, or if you need to rinse their hands, or just kind of wash off their face. So that's really good to have, and especially when you're giving them a bath too. Talking about baths, if you're going to give them a bath, you definitely want to have a towel in hand, or handy. And I like these because they're hooded and they're very big. And then of course, if it gets very cold, they have body suits for the little ones, the footed ones. And then my daughter's wearing it right now, and then the rest of her pants are in the laundry, but footed pants. And they go well with the onesies to complete an outfit, or if it's kind of cold at night and you just want to add something on, or if she's wearing a shirt like this, they could just wear the pants, the footed pants, and you don't have to worry about socks. But you can get socks and mittens, so there's socks. My newborn she doesn't wear socks right now because all they do is they just fall off of her. So the footed pants are what we're using most of the time. And then mittens. Sometimes they will fall off, so you could put socks on his or her hands, so that they don't scratch themselves. Well, all three of them, they love to be swaddled, and so if you don't know how to swaddle a baby, there are these little nifty things that already are like that they're already swaddled in. You just got to put them in, zip them up, and they're swaddled. So this is for newborns. So basically you just open it up, put them in, and then zip it back up, and it kind of like acts like a swaddle. So that way you don't have to fold anything, or it comes unraveled, because my daughter is like Houdini. There's that kind, and then there's another one which is a little bit more secured. So basically there's the bottom part where their feet go, and then you kind of just wrap them in it like a burrito. And my daughter loves this. I think babies like to be swaddled because it reminds them of how secure they felt in the womb. So that's very good to have. If you haven't asked for this for your baby shower registry, this is something to look into. And also, if you don't like those, then I recommend getting these receiving blankets, and that way they're not that thick, and you can use this to swaddle the baby as well. Now I'm going to kind of go over items that I have that I found helpful for me. Okay, sorry, this is a bit messy, but I'm going to just go over this quite quickly. So you might need blankets. So this is what I brought out there, just a regular blanket. You know, I use this blanket for when she's in her car seat and we're out, kind of to cover her from the sun or from strangers that want to stick their hand and touch your baby. No, I'm just kidding. But I have blankets for her. And then I also have this, this is called a nap nanny. And it's basically just like a recliner bed for babies. Because my daughter's, like I mentioned, she spits up a lot, so at night I'm kind of worried that she'll choke on her feedings or her milk. So what I do is I just, instead of holding her up for hours and hours or throughout the night, at least she's propped up and her head is up instead of laying flat. But this is very helpful for us because she doesn't spit up when she's in here. And she sleeps very well. I have this in here just to pad the bottom. And then the cool thing about this is you can strap them in here. And then this is a boppy. And basically I just use this when I'm breastfeeding or feeding her with a bottle feeding her. I prop her up, or I have this, it goes around your waist, and then the baby's head goes either this way or that way. That's very helpful. So that way your arms don't get tired when you're feeding your baby. And this is our changing table, and this is very helpful for when I'm changing her in the middle of the night. I am able to put some clothes in there, her diapers, wipes, in this drawer, her extra clothes, bibs, washcloths, or whatnot that I may need. And then also, this is a diaper genie. It's great to use to store the dirty diapers and then just take it all out to throw away. And then I use this for when she's alert and awake and she wants something to do. I put her in there. And then I can't live without this swing. She absolutely loves this swing for when she's just hanging out, or even she'll, you know, fall asleep in the swing, because it swings. There's 3 different ways that it swings. It plays music, and it's just great. And this is the bathtub that we use for her. It's very simple. It does the job, and it's sturdy enough, and you can use this for infants all the way to toddlers. And there's a drain right over there. And yep, you can use that for soaps and stuff. And this is her favorite pacifier if you guys decide to use passies. And then breast pump is very useful if you're breastfeeding. Mommy. And then, like I mentioned, if you're breastfeeding, these breast milk storage bags are very useful. You can date them and whatnot. And then this is great for storage of bottles, and then bottle washers. And this is her playpen, and you could see you could store a lot of items on there. and she takes a nap in there. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.